you can see them, but they can see you because you're in the bushes, of course. So where else? Which part of the jungle are we still not able to cover? What's up, gamers? Your Freddy's here once again, and today we have another tutorial for you. Alright, and this time around we're going to be talking about the wards here in League of Legends Wild Rift. If this is your first time on this channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so that you'll be updated whenever we have new videos. So stay tuned, watch this video up until the end, sit back, and don't forget to take it easy. Let's go! Yeah. Alright, gamers, so for this video, we'll go on ahead and use this champion, Ahri, one of the easiest mid laner. Let's go ahead and add some cooldown reduction. Yeah, let's just maximize her level anyways. It wouldn't hurt. Alright, gamers, so if you're gonna be playing mid, then most of the time, you're gonna be on this location right over here. And honestly, I just realized this, that whenever I play mid, I usually put wards somewhere right here on this part, which is also a good thing. But if you're gonna think it on how your enemy sees it, basically what you see on your screen is the same as what you see on your enemy. So you would want to stay somewhere right here if you want to be on a safe position. In your perspective, that's gonna be somewhere right over here. So I would put my wards right over here at the middle. Alright, and not only that, you don't only have to think about where your middle laner enemy would be coming from. You also have to think about their jungler. And most of the time, jungler would come from red Brumbleback right over here, or the red buff, and then would normally go right here and then go to the blue. So most often than not, jungler would come from your right side. Because again, the map is mirrored. The enemy jungler would usually gank the bottom lane or you, the middle lane. At times, your enemy would also have to start from the blue buff. So those are the junglers which usually needs mana. Where else? Let's say that time have passed, then you can go ahead and put another one right over here. Those are what you cover on this location right over here. Now let's go ahead and push this tower right over here. While we're waiting for the push, let me just show you. So let's say the wards is right over here. So let's see what it can cover. So I'll go ahead and put a enemy dummy right over here. Alright, which you can actually see by your wards even if you're right here. Alright, so that's a good thing about putting a wards right over there. All brushes are blind spot. So that's the reason why wards are usually put on brushes. Let's just push this for the meantime. Let's just focus on the middle wards for the meantime. Alright, so there you have it. By the way, gamer, if you haven't watched my videos about blind spots for the middle lane, jungle, and side lanes, I think it would be better for you to watch that as well, alright, so that you would understand why we are putting these wards right over on this spot. Okay, I'll go ahead and put a link on the description down below and go ahead and put a card on top as well for you to check it out. Because basically, wards is there for you to counter those blind spots. Would you agree? Alright, if you agree to that, go ahead and comment it down below, okay? Alright, so there you have it. We're done with the first turret. As discussed on our previous video about blind spot, I guess I would be able to reveal a secret right now. If I'm going to stay right here, there are places that I would normally put my wards. One is right over here at the center. There you go. I would put a ward right over there, and then the other one would be somewhere right here. Okay, there you go. So let me put an enemy dummy right over it just to show you what is covered by this ward. So basically, all of those who will cross this way right over here. All right, let me put an enemy dummy right here, and then the other one would be somewhere right here, right? There you go. And then the other location, if your enemy is already somewhat right here, you would be able to see them already. Let me just go ahead and add an enemy dummy right here just to show it to you. Alright, so can you see that? Alright, so you will be staying right over here, but you'll be able to see your enemy already. Alright, so another one to counter the blind spot. Yeah, this brush right over here are definitely blind spot. But before they can even get to you, you would see them already. Let me put an enemy dummy right over here so that you can see it. Alright, that you can actually see them coming. Alright, there you go. You can see it already, right? By just looking at the minimap right over there. They can hide there, but it will be a long way before they can get to you. So blind spot would usually come from behind. Okay, so it's always a good thing to know where they're coming. So the best way for me to do that is somewhere right over here. Okay, because again, you would see your enemy coming from here, enemy dummy, and then another one is coming from this location as well. All right, and then the other one would be coming from this way as well. These are only 3 ways that they're be coming from anyways. There you go. All right, so even if you're right here, so it's always important to look at that minimap right over there. I can't stress it enough. You would want to look that as often as you can, the minimap. On the minimap right over there, you can see all of those ways right over here. Let's go ahead and push this tower already. Okay, so there you have it. We're done with the second turret or tower, whatever you call it. Okay, so once you're done with that, then most of the time, you or your team would be somewhere right here. So if you're pushing this way, then where are you going to put your wards, right? Again, blind spot is going to be coming from behind. All right, most of the time, left and right. Of course, your front will never be a blind spot because you can always see it. Okay, so on this location, if I'll be on the middle, the first thing where I will put my wards is on this edge right over here. Why? Because I can definitely see what's coming on a 3-way again. Let's put an enemy dummy right over here. Of course, enemy coming from this location, you will see them right over here. And then another one would be coming from this way. You would also see it if you're gonna be coming from this way or going this direction right over here. But the one right here, you will not see it anymore, and I'll explain to you in a short while. Okay, there you go. So there are 4 enemies right there, and let's see if we can see them. If you're gonna look at the minimap again, you can see the 3 enemies, but not this one right over here. Why? Because if you would notice, this rock right over here, or this wall right over here, or this trees right over here block the vision of your wards, and it blocked the vision of your champion as well. So I guess I have to say this to you right now, which is the secret of the wards. It is always best to put your wards and maximize it. Make sure that it's not being blocked by a wall or anything. I don't know if you can notice this distance of the wards right over there, right? The bigger circle. So that's what your ward cover. Let's say you're gonna put your ward right here near the wall, then you will not see anything on that part that is blocked by the wall. So it's always good to put your wards somewhere in the middle where there is space. So we're done with the other ward location right over there. And again, as I've mentioned, your enemy would be coming from behind most of the time. So you can put a ward right over here, which will only cover one way only. But you can probably put it somewhere right here as well. You're covering another one. So I think this is going to be a perfect place to put your ward, because if you're somewhere right here, you won't be able to see what's coming already, right? So I think that's the best location as well if you're going to be advancing. What do you think, gamer? Do you think it's the best location? If you have any other suggestion, go ahead and comment it down below, okay? That is once you're done pushing their tower. But what if you are on the other side? What if your first turret is destroyed? Now you're down to the second turret. Also, where are we supposed to put our wards? On this part right over here, this is usually where the clash would happen. So I would definitely put a ward somewhere right here on this bush. So this is for defensive warding already. So that's another one. Why would I put it there? Because a lot of champions would hide on these bushes. I've experienced it a lot of times. They usually hide on this bush, and you're covering how many ways here? So we only have 1 and 2 ways, because there are only 2 ways to go there, right? Or they can circle around right over here, which is not a very safe place to go to. And then the other one would be somewhere right here. The enemy usually hides on these places. Alright, so this is a defensive ward right over here at the middle. They can come from that direction, and then the other one, they can come from this direction as well right over here at the back. So for me, I would put a ward somewhere right here so that I can cover the other way right over there as well. Alright, because that's gonna be a little far from me. This part is all good right over here. There you go. So those are the defensive wards on this spot. Now, what if they were able to push? So you would probably stay somewhere right here. Where are you going to be putting your wards once your enemy is right here already? So this location right over here, there you go. A lot of enemies or champions usually hides on this bush, alright, when they're on that spot already. So that's a good place to put your wards on the defensive side. And then the other one, I would definitely put the same position for the wards right over here. Okay, there you go. Alright, let me just put a dummy right over here. I just would like to check it if we can see that if we're right here. Yep, we can definitely see that dummy. But the good thing about it is that enemy right over there won't be able to see you from this location if they don't have a wards here on top. Right, that is why it's pretty important for you to watch those map hack blind spot videos that I have uploaded. Alright, so you better check that out.
How tempting.
And here on the other side, I think it's the same thing. Let's just put it somewhere right here. Let's say you have an enemy right here. And then...
Tell me a secret.
Yep. Now let's check if this part right over here will be visible on your end. If there's an enemy right here. There you go. Oh no. It's not visible anymore. Okay, wow. Pretty interesting. So I think it's the same thing on the other side, right? Let's put some enemy dummy right here. There you go.
Tell me a secret.
Okay, nice, right? So if there's no ward, so it's always good to put a ward right over here so that you can see your enemy. And then on this side, yep, you can also put a ward somewhere right here so that you can cover the other side as well. Alright, so let's do another one for the side lane so that you, gamer, would feel safe. Okay? Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video to all of those beginners out there. This is Fred once again. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out to everyone. Keep safe to all of you. And once again, don't forget to take it easy. Goodbye for now. I'll see you in another video.